we are going to be rebuilding the Washington Commanders, but actually relocating them to an even worse location than Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is a very bad location for this football team, in my opinion, because number one, the stadium is trash. FedEx Field is just an awful field. A bunch of people have a lot of injuries on there, and the stadium is falling apart. They need a relocation. Anytime someone says, oh, the Washington Commanders, they go, oh, so they're in Washington. No, they're in D.C. So I feel like giving them a relocation is definitely needed. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. We are getting very close to 10,000 subscribers, and if this video gets 100 likes, I will do a 10-year rebuild of whatever the top comment is. But of course, the video has to get to 100 likes first. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I don't even know which team I'm going to be relocating. You'll probably see it in the thumbnail here, but let's see what we got for the teams. And I don't know if I want to do international here. Could go Canada. Not going to do Houston. Salt Lake City has actually been a really big city that I think should have an NFL team, but I think it would be sick if they could go there. Ooh, I could give the Washington, D.C. fans a big middle finger and say, screw it, we're moving to Alaska. Freeze out the opposition by They said opposition? What a choice of words. Honolulu, Australia, Tokyo, Paris, London, Dublin, Montreal. I could do Canada. Low-key, I think I'm just going to do Alaska just to piss off the fans. We're going to freeze out the opposition, boys. Imagine we're the Alaskan Commanders. Alaskan Antlers. The Alaska Antlers actually makes sense. The Aviators, no. Black Knights, Blues. Blues would actually not be horrible. The Bulls have a sick helmet. The Caps. What do I want here? Elks, Golden Eagles, Huskies. Huskies make sense. The Alaskan Huskies, Alaska Huskies, or the Lumberjacks, Alaska Lumberjacks. What do I say here? I think the Pioneers. I don't know. Steamers, bro. I would say either the Antlers. I mean, that jersey looks super gross, but I don't really like the jersey. So for that reason, Elks would not be a bad. The Alaskan Elks would not be a bad one either, or the Alaskan Huskies. I feel like a lot of people go with the Huskies, but at the same time, I really like these jerseys. I'm going to go with the Alaskan Huskies, baby, or the Alaska Huskies. You can say Alaskans, but we're going to do Alaska Huskies. We're going to not rebuild the stadium, apparently, but we are the Alaska Huskies for the Washington Commanders. Now, yeah, imagine being in this division saying, yeah, we have all of our rivals really close other than the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys got to go to Alaska, and the Eagles and the Giants. We completely separated the rest of this division. I mean, realistically, this division's trash and should be separated. Not division, this team is trash. But for the team, Sam Howell, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Those look like sick jerseys, dude. Sam Howell for a 5th round pick, very, very nice. But overall, is he going to be the future QB? I don't know about that one. I'm going to put Dotson at the 2 here. I like Brian Robinson much better than Antonio Gibson, but in Madden, I don't know how well he will progress. 24 years old. Man, these jerseys look sick, I think. O-line, obviously, it's total trash. Defensively is where better play comes in here. Is Martin ooh, he is a strong safety. We're going to move Martin here to free safety over Derek Forrest, because I think we need someone just with star dev off the rip. That would be nice. So we're going to move him there. Derek Forrest can be a 2nd string right now. Emmanuel Forbes, Emmanuel Forbes wasn't a bad pick. I know Commanders fans are going to come from my head in the comments. Christian Gonzalez would have been a better pick there. And he went the pick after. For those guys saying, oh, Christian Gonzalez got injured. That doesn't mean he would have got injured if he went to the Commanders. Different places, different stories. You never know. But that's just my opinion. You can hate it or you can like it. I don't really care. Interior defensive line looks good. We need new edge rushers, even though they just traded away pick number 2 in the draft for virtually nothing. But that's why I'm here, to rebuild the team. For the schemes, let's see what we have here. We're going to go multiple zone run. Do multiple zone run, base 4-3. Like the scheme that we got. And of course, I fired Ron Rivera. You know, as always, your head coach, Buster Cherry, is going to be here. And yeah, we're going to move into the team. If Sam Howell does good in year number 1, we're in a passing scheme, so it should fit him with Scary Terry. If he does well, I'll keep him. But if he doesn't, you got to move on quickly. It's only a 4-year rebuild. But anyways, let's move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as the Huskies are 2-5, second in the division. What do we got? Our defense is just trash. I don't know how our defensive rushing game is last in the league. We literally have the only good thing about our defense is our defensive tackles, really. Like, I don't understand how that makes sense. Scouting national focus. I guess I will just keep it to QB just for now, just in case Sam Howell does not perform. 2-5. Obviously doesn't look good. I need him to get a dev. If he does not get a dev, it will make things really hard for me moving forward. But Cameron Curl, of course, I want you back. You're going to be on a 5-year contract. He wants to be here. Cameron Curl, very underrated in real life. And he doesn't... Dude, you had full interest. Full interest. And you said no. Kendon Fuller wants to be close to home. I completely moved this dude away. I said, nope, on with your life, bud. Completely forced him away from his home. Kendall Fuller resigns. Antonio Gibson, I just don't want. Curtis Samuel can walk. Cody Barton can walk. Terrell Burgess is fine. I'll just leave him. He doesn't want to be here. And Jamison Crowder, I don't need. I'm going to lose a lot of these players that I just don't want to pay contracts to. But anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 8-9. Dude, our offense is just trash all of a sudden. What happened? Awful time for us. And this is a very hard division. I wish we finished last in the division. But let's see what we have for the Huskies. Sam Howell's garbage. Worst offense in the NFL. 10th best defense, though. 3,300 yards, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not horrible, but it's like, compared to the rest of the NFL, 28th, 19th, 30th, that's not good either, okay? Robinson, 1,100 yards, 4.2 average, 7 touchdowns. Scary Terry with 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. John Dotson, 5 touchdowns, 900 yards. I mean, again, it's up to Sam Howell for that. I don't know why I backed out. Cody Barton, 112 tackles for a loss. 25 for Deron Payne is really good. Sacks, 6.5 for Jonathan Allen. We need way more sacks than this. Interceptions, 3 for Jamin Davis. Safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns. 1 for Jartavius Martin and 1 for Emmanuel Forbes, the rookie. Yeah, we're moving on from Sam Howell. I know it seems crazy, but I only have 4 years to rebuild the team, so let's move into the offseason. Eagles get their revenge on the Chiefs. Shootout game, 45-42. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Huskies, not the Commanders. And we're going to see what we have for the NFC East retirements. NFC East, Huskies are left tackle Cornelius Lucas, I think that is, or something else. I don't care. He retires. He's not even our starting left tackle, so it's fine. Adjust lineup. Let's see what we have for the team upgrades. Offensively, we are the exact same. Defensively, Deron Payne, superstar. Martin gets superstar. That's awesome to see. Forbes doesn't get anything, which is unfortunate, but nice upgrades overall. Nothing too crazy, but pretty good. Let's move into the re-signings. For the players ready to negotiate, Cameron Curl didn't want to be here for my last offer, so I'll just give him player friendly, even though he has a super high interest. Jamin Davis, I'll accept his 5th-year option. Antonio Gibson, I don't want. Curtis Samuel. Where's Kendall Fuller? Did he re-sign with us? Okay, I thought he didn't, but I guess he did. I need a kicker. I need a punter. Let's move into free agency and see what we got. After free agency, getting Tommy Townsend and re-signing Joey Slye, got Mike Gesicki. Obviously, not very many people want to play for us because we're in Alaska. Josh Allen, I offered the most money on. He goes to the Vikings. Still a cold place to live, but I guess so. He wants to be on the Vikings instead. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up our new QB of the future, QB Clayton Crockett out of Wake Forest, 6'1", 234, hidden dev, 92 throw power. Decent athleticism, nothing crazy. B awareness. His accuracy seems pretty good. Not super athletic, but he's going to be the QB of the future. In the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Riker Silas out of Washington State. 6'1", 340, Washington State. He'll fit right at home with the former Washington, D.C. Commanders. Hidden dev, 88 speed, 90 acceleration, and great attributes. He's good for a second round pick. And in the fourth round, I'm picking up center Sean Clements out of Pittsburgh, 6'3", 313, hidden dev, 87 strength, 80 acceleration. For a fourth round pick, it's pretty good. Now, this is the team going into year number 2. I want to give Sam Howell a starting job somewhere. We're going to move this guy here. Stormberg, I want to make as a starter. This guy, Parker, doesn't have a bad dev. So I'm going to move Parker for right now. He's 6'5", 307. He can definitely play left tackle. I don't like Charles Leno's contract, so this is going to be Charles Leno's replacement since I do have Stormberg here. Stormberg a left guard? No, he is a right guard. We're going to move him to left guard. Hopefully Sam Cosme doesn't list himself as a left guard, or else that's going to screw up a lot of things. But we're going to see what we got. Sam Cosme is listed as a right guard. Okay, I want Sam Cosme. I want my new center, even though he's a 66 overall. And I'm going to cut Charles Leno because his contract is garbage, and my other guy is just as big as him. I'm not going to pay you $12 million a year just to be an average left tackle who's regressing. So we're going to do that once more. Put Clements at the 1. We're going to move Sam Howell somewhere else, so that way I can never see him again. Sorry, Sam. Who wants him? The Bears want him. Broncos want him. Ooh, the Cardinals want him for BJ Ojolari. Miles Jack is a free agent, so why would I trade him for that? Nate Hobbs would not be a bad move. I would not mind Nate Hobbs. Nate Hobbs for... Actually, can I just go back to that and just accept that? Nate Hobbs and a 7th round pick for Sam Howell? I will take that all day long. Nate Hobbs is a very underrated, and he's a good DB. We're going to do that. I think the offense looks a slight bit better with more potential, of course. And Salas is a 74 overall. He's a good pick. Martin, we're going to move there. Honestly, Forrest, I don't need Derek Forrest. As much as solid as he is and as good as he is in real life, I don't need him more than I need some type of offensive line. The Bengals have an interest in him, so I'm going to send him to a winning team, even though they technically have a red interest. Can I get a 2nd round pick for him? That would be sick if I could. And I do. Forrest to the Bengals for a 2nd round pick. That seems sick to me, so we're going to do that. Everything else looks good. I definitely need some more edge rushers. Nate Hobbs is here, a specialist. We're going to have, really, it's going to put... Okay, we're going to put Manuel Forbes in the slot. Move that there. Salas is going to move here. Martin is not going to be... I do not want him being a sub linebacker. Don't really have much depth at the receiver position, but it is what it is for now. This is the team we got. 81 overall. Not horrible. Not great, obviously. We're running with a rookie QB, but for now, let's just move into the midseason. 0-7. Okay. Trash. Just all trash. My defense, trash. I don't know how to fix... I feel like year number 1, EA just gives you like a generous time. Then after year 2, they're like, nope, we're going to go back to just letting you suffer. I'm going to go back to what I usually do is multiple zone run, Buffalo offense. Let's do Kansas City offense. Let's see if that switches up anything. Let's do Kansas City offense and run Buffalo defense here. I know the Kansas City offense does target the tight end more. I mean, we have Gesicki, which isn't crazy, but we're going to try that. Because obviously what we have is not working at 0-7. You shouldn't have traded Sam Howell. It's my rebuild, all right? Scouting national focus. We are going to do receiver. I need a 3rd receiver, and receiver is a strength of the class, so maybe I can get one in the 2nd round while also picking up an edge rusher, which is also a position of need. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. Nate Hobbs kind of doesn't want to be here, but at the same time, I want him here. Just trade it for him. He's going to re-sign Sam Cosme. I do want back long-term. We want some mentor. I'm not going to go through the process of doing all that. I ain't doing all that, all right? I'm just, do I really? Fine, I'll go through the process of signing a mentor. It's like, it just ruins my entire roster adjustment when I sign a mentor. It just wastes so much time trying to get one. Yeah, sure, Gabe Jackson. And you have to move him to 2nd string as well, or else I'm pretty sure it does not register for the AI, which is also lame. So let me see if that does register just by signing Gabe Jackson. It does not. You have to move them to 2nd string, which is the lamest thing in the world. Adjust my lineup. Let's just go and ruin my entire lineup because EA never wants you to have anything nice. We're going to do this. Daniels, he's not even there. Cut Daniels. Braden Daniels out of Utah, sorry. You can leave Alaska and go right back to Utah, bud. I need Sam Cosme on a cheaper contract. Please. Okay. Defensively, our middle linebacker has Stardev. That's nice to see. Specialist. Let's see. Let's move this guy back here. And then we're going to move him here. And we're going to move Forbes back here. Sam Cosme, please have a huge interest with the team. I want you back long term. You're young. You don't have any depth, but you are an 80 overall. He has interest with the team now. Let's do 5 years. Actually, I just went through all that just to sign you. So I'm not going to give you more money, and he resigns on that. Just more years. He doesn't want to be here. De'Ami Brown doesn't want to be here. Not going to go out of the way to get them. Jahan Dotson, I'll do a 5th-year option on him. And apart from that, 0-17. Very rough start, but let's move into the playoffs. 0-17. I didn't even intentionally try to do that. Is Crockett just that bad? Oh, he's awful. 75 passer rating. I unintentionally went 0-17 in Madden. 21 for 9. Oh my god. 75 pass rating, 3,400 yards. Brian Robinson did trash. Of course, my receivers did trash. My defense apparently also did trash. Riker, 155 tackles. Probably because the offense always got off the field so quickly. Jonathan Allen, 25 tackles for a loss. Sacks, 5 for Jonathan Allen. Interceptions, 2 for Kendall Fuller. Safety, 0. Defensive touchdown, 0. Man, what a year. What a baller year. Let's move into the offseason. And the Vikings stick with Kirk Cousins, win the Super Bowl. Kirk Cousins wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP and loses the Super Bowl. And Huskies, defensive rookie of the year there for our middle linebacker because he had so many tackles. That's nice to see. NFC East, we're going to have Gabe Jackson retiring. He's like, dude, I just went 0-17, didn't win a single game just to be signed and nobody care about me. Yeah, that's right, Gabe Jackson. But let's see what we have for the players. Crockett, only star dev, no surprise. I would be so surprised if he was an X Factor and just played like that ass the entire season. Defensively, Martin gets X Factor. Silas gets Superstar Dev, if that's how you pronounce it. My defense isn't even bad. I'm pretty sure your offense affects your defense because if your offense gets off the field too quickly, your defense has to make up for it, which is a problem. So let's move into the re-signings. Here we are for the re-signings. I'm going to accept the 5th-year option on Jahan Dotson. Everyone else here I'm not interested in. We have $84 million to spend. I need to make some big moves in free agency here. Pick number 1 in the draft, I'm picking up an edge rusher, Lynn Anthony out of Florida, 6'3", 258, hidden dev. Overall, good athleticism, A's across the board, power moves, hit power, pursuit, B tackle. He looks great. Hopefully, we can turn the year around. In the 2nd round, we're picking up a 3rd wide receiver for our quarterback, Crockett. Mario Ingram out of Oklahoma State, 6'5", 231, hidden dev, 89 speed, 91 acceleration. Preferably, he would not be the slot. He'd be the 2, but maybe the AI puts him in the slot. A catching, A spec catch, A run block. He looks amazing. In the 3rd round, no, in the 2nd round, actually, the Bengals pick, Kenson Dyson, who was projected to be a 1st-round pick, and he had elite strength, 94 strength, and he wasn't picked. Hidden dev, 6'3", 306, A tackle, B pursuit, A play rec, B awareness, B finesse moves. He looks great as well. In the 3rd round, picking up left outside linebacker Dylan Hawkins out of USC, 6', 244, hidden dev, 85 speed, 87 acceleration. A's and B's across the board. He looks great. In the 4th round, I'm picking up right outside linebacker Connor Donald out of Utah, 6', 230, hidden dev, 81 speed, 91 acceleration, A zone coverage, B pursuit, B awareness. He looks great. Here we are in year number 3. Ingram is a 71 overall. Clements, of course, I'm going to move back to the starter. Hopefully, Brian Robinson can have a better year. Specialist Ingram, I guess he is going to be the slot for now. Anthony seems like a really good edge rusher. Anthony is a 74 overall. And that left outside linebacker that I got in the later rounds is actually a higher overall than him, which is a bit surprising, but we're going to see how he pans out. I could have probably traded back a little bit and got just the same amount of value. He's a 76 overall edge rusher. Hawkins seems pretty good. Dyson also seems pretty good. I got Ferguson in the later rounds as well. John Ferguson out of Clemson. I'm going to move him down to left end because he is a speed rusher, and we're going to see how he plays there as an edge rusher overall. I would like them both to be coming off the edge here, and they're going to move him. All right, that's not what I wanted, but Ferguson, we're going to move to the starter. Got all that. Donald seems all right, I guess. Specialist, where we have Ingram, again, move that up, move him up. And can I move the other guy out of Clemson? What's his name? It's going to be Ferguson. I want Ferguson to be moved up as well. Clements moved up. I'm going to move Ferguson to rush left end. And we're going to have my number 1 overall pick be the rush right end, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully, either one of them can get a dev up. Doesn't matter who it is. Rush right end. Let's do Ferguson. He's only a 60, but it's fine. We're just going to have to deal with it for now. So that's what we have. John Ferguson is going to move up there. Apart from that, year number 3, it better go a lot better this time. Midseason mark. 1-6. Improvement, boys. Can anyone please send me a good defensive playbook? Not like, oh, test this out. Like, tell me What is a good defensive playbook? I am losing my mind. It feels like there's no right answer. No right answer. Doesn't matter what you do. It's just like, nope, it's all trash. You're not allowed to pick. We're going to do Atlanta. We're going to go to 4-6 here and see how that works. 4-6, multiple zone run. It's infuriating. This is considered one of the worst defenses in the league, which is crazy to me. Absolutely outrageous. But it's what we got to work with, man. It's what we got to work with. And passing game is good because we're in a passing offense, but our offense isn't doing well, period. But let's see what we got. I'm going to do, do I do offensive tackle? I just need to sign better, like higher overall players in free agency is what I need to do, but I can't. Like, because nobody wants to play here. So this is like one of the hardest rebuilds I've ever done, really, because Crockett also sucks. But Scary Terry, I don't care if he doesn't want to be here. Doesn't like our scheme fit. Same thing with Jonathan Allen. He wants to be close to home. I don't care. Take the money. No, he doesn't want to be here. I'll tag him regardless. Brian Robinson, depends how you play. Jamin Davis, I want you here regardless. He wants to be in Georgia. I don't care. We're gonna keep him here. Kendall Fuller. I'm just gonna keep increasing your money. I'll just keep you here for the rest of the rebuild. He resigns. Mike Gesicki, don't necessarily need. I'll swipe him in free agency if I need to. I can pass out these contracts, no sweat, just because I don't have to pay a QB because my QB sucks right now. Anyways, hopefully it gets better. Let's move into the playoffs. 5-12, improvement. Why is my defense garbage? That's what I want to know. My offense can be garbage. I'm fine with that. Why is my defense garbage? Why is my defense garbage? Crockett, actually a lot better. 18th best offense. Why is my defense bad? It doesn't make sense. Clayton Crockett, still too many interceptions, but huge improvement from the previous season. 92 pass rating, 30 touchdowns, 4,300 yards. Robinson's not doing good enough. 12 touchdowns is nice, but 3.8 per carry isn't good. Jahan Dotson, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Gesicki, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Mario, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. Defensively, oh yeah, even the dogs know. Even the dogs know that we're the Huskies. So, 130 tackles for a loss, 16 for Jonathan Allen, sacks, 9 for Anthony Lynn, interceptions, 2 for Emmanuel Forbes, 2 for Kendall Fuller. But apart from that, guys, it is now time to move into year number 4, and we haven't even made the playoffs yet. So let's move into the offseason. In the offseason, the Chiefs lose back-to-back Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP and wins the Super Bowl, of course. And Patrick Mahomes wins back-to-back league MVPs as well. Lynn Anthony wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year, which is awesome to see. I need some high overall players for my offense. 2025 retirements. Let's see the NFC East. Tyron Smith retires on the Eagles, goes from the Cowboys to the Eagles, then the Cowboys win the Super Bowl the next year. Man, that must be rough for him. Just lineup. Let's see if there is any development upgrades on the team. Gesicki gets superstar dev. Don't really think I'm even going to keep him. Don't even know. Robinson, I want to move on from. Lynn Anthony had star dev, gets upgraded to superstar dev. Donald has X Factor. Out of all the players that could get X Factor, it goes to Donald. All right. All right, man. I guess it is what it is. 85 overall team, and we're 5-12. That's just Madden for you. Let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Jonathan Allen does not want to be here. I'm still going to offer him a very player-friendly contract. If he doesn't want to, I'll tag him. He resigns. Emmanuel Forbes, I'll do 5th-year option. Brian Robinson has been nothing but trash. Mike Gesicki just had a really good year. I'll increase his bonus. It's the final year, so I don't even care the amount of years that I give him. And everyone else here, don't care about. If there's a QB or running back in free agency, I desperately need one, so we're going to need to sign some. Let's move into it. Now, after free agency, we got some huge offensive line upgrades, moving Joel Bitonio and Zach Martin to offensive tackle, DeMarcus Lawrence as left end, Juan Bentley as a depth linebacker, and Cam Akers because there wasn't really anything else there. Still want to trade for a running back in the draft if I can, but let's move into it. Yeah. I know I'm offering way too much for Jonathan Taylor. I don't care. Running backs in Madden are massive for simulation. Trading away pick number 6, my 4th round pick, and my 7th round pick for Jonathan Taylor. Now, this is the team moving into year number 4. I think it's significant improvement on the O-line. 88 overall team is pretty good. You're going to tell me this defense is bad, dude? I don't care what the playbooks are. This is a really good defense. This is a really, really good defense, and I'm going to be pissed if we miss the playoffs here. 4th and final year, have yet to make the playoffs in this rebuild, but we are in a very hard division, but let's move into the playoffs. My boy, we went from 0-17 to 16-1 just to lose in the divisional round. 89 overall team, top of the division. Did Crockett finally develop? He did. He balled out. 6th best offense in the NFL and the best defense. Finally, 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 110 pass rating. Jonathan Taylor really changed this defense. Well, this offense. 19 touchdowns, 4.5 per carry, 1,300 yards. Fed him. Dang, dude. 306 attempts. Jahan Dotson, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Gesicki with 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Ingram, 4 touchdowns, 900 yards. Scary Terry. Number 1 X-Factor receiver does nothing, really. Average. Jamin Davis, 97 tackles, tackles for a loss, 15 for DeMarcus Lawrence, sacks, 13.5 for DeMarcus Lawrence, 10.5 for Lynn Anthony, interceptions, 5 for Kendall Fuller, 4 for Cameron Curl, safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 1 for Kendall Fuller, 1 for Jatavius Martin. But 16-1, top of the division. We're going to see who we're playing in the divisional round. I don't care who it is. I'm going to hop into this game. We have yet to win or even be in the playoffs yet until now. I'm not going to lose it all to the Rams here. I'm not going to let the season slip away. Let's move into it. Here we are against the Rams. We're playing in a dome in Alaska, which I guess is smart because imagine playing in snowy Alaska in a game. That would be very rough for any team, even the home team. 10-3 now against the Rams, going from sunny LA to the harsh weather in Alaska, even though we're playing in a dome. It's pretty similar to theirs, actually. 31-10, blowing out the Rams, as we should. Let's move into the conference championship. Here we are against the Dallas Cowboys. This is actually going to be a lot harder of a match, but let's move into it. Here we are against the Cowboys. They're going to start out with 7. We're going to start out with 7 as well. They're going to respond with another 7. We're going to respond with another 7, and then another 7. They're going to tie it up, but at halftime, we take the lead 28-21, 35-21. Honestly, I didn't think we'd be playing nearly this well against the Cowboys. Huge pass by the Cowboys. 45-28 is your final score. I didn't think we'd be doing this well at all in our final year. 6 touchdowns for Crockett. That's got to be a postseason record. How is that not a perfect pass rating? 31 of 36, 379 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 150 pass rating. Has to be a postseason record. Let's move into the Super Bowl. The Poverty Commanders get relocated to Alaska, go to 8-9 as they always do, then go 0-17, then 5-12 to now 16-1, top of the division, first seed in the playoffs, here to face the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Crockett is a superstar dev. Jonathan Taylor is an X-Factor. Gesicki is also an X-Factor here. Defensively, surprised Anthony Lynn didn't get X-Factor. Still, Cameron Curl gets superstar dev, and Kendall Fuller gets superstar dev as well. Really huge turnaround on this rebuild, but let's see if we can cap it off with another Bengals Super Bowl loss. The Huskies had to travel literally to the opposite side of America to get here to Miami, Florida. But 14-3 start for the Bengals, 14-10 here. Looking a little bit rough, but we take the lead right before halftime, 17-14. We open up with the ball, get another 3 on the board, get another 3 here. It's a 2-score game. I want to hold this ball here. I want to play these key moments. Big field goal kick. It's 4th and 10. Dang it, dude. I wanted to hold the ball and finish out the game. Now we're going to have to resort to a field goal here. They're all rushing, so I could do a fake field goal. Already kicked it. Doesn't matter. It is up. It is down the middle by Joey Sly, and it is 26-21 against the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to drive down the field here. 3rd and 14. I think I can stop this. Let's hop into it. I want to see what we can do against the Bengals, see if we can finish this one out. Can I move to number 52, please? Yeah, Jamin Davis, thank you. What do we have? They going underneath? Probably. Got to step back here. Got good coverage down the field. Who is that? Anthony Lynn, 2nd sack on the day. It's going to be 4th and 20. We're going to drop back here. Do not let them get deep. Switch to a Tampa 2, actually. Can I switch to that? And I didn't switch to it quick enough. Hopefully they don't get anything off. Anthony Lynn, 3rd sack. Actually, that's Deron Payne with the sack, and that should be the game. 3rd down alert. What are you doing? What is my AI doing, bro? That's so annoying. I'm going to run play action here. Crockett isn't the most athletic person of all time. I'm going to run an out with Scary Terry. Run play action. Scary Terry's open. Get it to him. Scary Terry, why'd you step out of bounds, dude? Hopefully that should finish the game. I want to play it. Hopefully it doesn't screw it up for us, and it doesn't. we win the Super Bowl with the Huskies 26-21 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Crockett, who seemed awful at the beginning, 0-17 season, finishing the season 16-1. We are going to look at your Super Bowl MVP, probably Anthony Lynn, having 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, game-sealing sacks. Deron Payne had a sack as well at the end there. That was pretty game-sealing. A lot of people probably quit the video whenever they saw I went 0-17. You guys didn't believe in me. God did. DJ Khaled reference, bro. But kind of cringy, but let's see what we have for the Super Bowl MVP. It is Lynn Anthony, not Anthony Lynn. And Buster Cherry with the Huskies wins the Coach of the Year. Nothing else for the upgrades. But anyways, guys, thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team you do want me to rebuild next. I think I built a really sick team here. Very surprising at the end here. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.